It's got to be interesting. You'll notice the flaps are partially deployed on the C-147. The reason is high airspeeds when the Golden Knights finally do leave their jump airplane. The faster you go when you bail out, the more it hurts. At least that's what I've been told. So you slow the airplane down a little bit, makes things easier for the jumpers, and also helps to keep them from scattering.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and
As Mikey Heath from Franklin, Wisconsin.
gentlemen, with 1,775 free fall parachute jumps. Now, in just a moment, he's going to get his gear stowed. He is going to take over the narration duties for the Golden Knights. Well done, Mikey. Very good. Tumbling the aircraft nose over tail. Look at the maneuverability of this airplane. Rob Holland in there for a real E-ticket ride, that's for sure. Coming back down again, building up all kinds of airspeed. That is about a 6 positive G pull, pushing him into the seat of the MXSRH. Look at the roll rate, 500 degrees per second. That's just a little more than a roll and a quarter per second. Highly maneuverability. Rolling the airplane around again. Oh my. I imagine the view from the airplane is blinding for each performance. You've heard of impressive 0 to 60 numbers. How about 0 to 300 miles per hour in approximately 11 seconds? Oh my. When this truck engages the afterburners and Hayden sidesteps the brakes, it is a 4G launch. Stopping it is even more dramatic. He pops a pair of 16-foot relief. Once again, I'm going to caution you about hearing protection for your little ones. I know I'm going to be corking my ears. That's his crew chief down there, keeping an eye on things, making sure that everything is all right with this 1957 Chevy truck, which he calls Hot Streak 2, honoring one of his grandfather's record-setting jet cars named cut streak. It turns out Hayden is a third-generation jet vehicle driver. 3 generations. Wow. Looks like he's lining up. You hear the engines come up. Get ready, everybody. Power's coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, off to your left, up high, inbound our location. Here come the Jersey Jerks. Kevin Rousseau, Kevin Nagel, Buzz Cortese. Now we're going to find out why they call this airplane Old Growler. Let's listen. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Kevin Rousseau with the photo pass. When Kevin goes by, you hear the rap of the propeller, but after he goes by, you hear that throaty roar of that R1340 Pratt & Whitney radial engine. Well, I think Patrick's going to have to pay up the debt. I mean, we're talking real money here, ladies and gentlemen. They bet a quarter. Oh, he's going to do another photo pass here for y'all. He's flying that airplane sideways. Airplanes are not supposed to be able to fly like that, but you have flaps to help slow the airplane down. So you got to do a little bit of sideways flying. It's called slipping. And what that does is obviously you don't want pickup speed coming down. You want to lose it. Wings Casey 135R, safety officer Major Matt Bailey, Major Chris Chorney at one control, Major Al Steen at the other. Here it comes, the KC 135.
In the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back.
William Allen, company president, was holding a party on his boat at this show when Tex Johnston and crew showed up with the Dash 80. What did Tex do? Tex took the airplane and he rolled it over. Put the airplane on her back. $5 million inverted. William Allen, he blew a couple of dozen fuses that day as the KC-135 comes by in landing configuration. Low and slow. Gear down, flaps down. Well, guess what? Bill Allen was upset. It gets better. Because what does Tex Johnston do? He turns the airplane around and does it again. Rolled the airplane twice. A commercial airliner. That airplane right there put her on her back not once but twice at the Seattle Air and Water Show. Berlin and back. B-25 Mitchell, Panchito. Up next, the TBF, if it was built by Grumman, or TBM Avenger, if it was built by General Motors. Grumman switched the production of this airplane over so they could build Hellcats. And following is the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk, which was our frontline fighter when World War II broke out. Bomber tried its best to make an impression out at Midway, during the Battle of Midway. The torpedoes she carried were duds. The Mark 14 didn't work. Shot down without doing any damage to the carriers that the Japanese had. Here's the P-40. Used with great effect in this case, they needed a fighter cover. From the left, here's Panchito. By the Vietnam War. Here he comes. That's Bill Culberson. The MiG-17F was the primary heavy aircraft engaged in the size for
Coming double tower. There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed the McDonnell Douglas Boeing F-15. Superiority. Here it comes from the right, the F-15. How many gallons that is, but it's a lot. And from the right, ladies and gentlemen, the McDonnell Douglas Boeing F-15. Really effective in close combat, because it's a heat seeker. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. In a high-speed, low pass. That's why they make steak sauce. All right, Hayden Prophet's going to go out there onto the runway. His crew chief is already there. Here we go, a little bit of a pop dance. One of the important things that he's doing right now is he's warming up his brakes. All right, get ready, everybody. You got that stuff. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, is what Firewalkers International calls the F-bomb.
North Carolina. He is an airborne infantryman with 3,347 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Morgan Jopers. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Gold Demonstration Team for the 2024 Airshow.
Began in 2006. It includes fitting new General Electric F-138s, which are winding up now. Engines, pylons, auxiliary power units, and upgrades to aircraft skin and frame landing gear, cockpit pressurization system. Sounds like a major overhaul. Look at this baby go!
That's a no-no. In this pocket, lip lock, the big talks are blatant no-so. See what happens when the ice age melts. You see monetary status is now a managed, but it helps.
At what appears to be very, very slow speeds, here comes the C5M Super Galaxy. Oh, and you know, while it's buzzing along, the engine, each engine gulps 42 tons of air per minute. And you can put a bowling alley, 8 lanes in it too. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, slow flight, the C5M Super Galaxy. Sound of flight line. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your service and your performance here today. And speaking of performance, get your cameras up and ready. Get ready to go with this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The C5M, the photo pass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to land. We're going to demonstrate to you the short stopping capabilities of the C5M. Hang on, everybody. It's going to be quick. Spoilers are up, the thrust reversers are engaged. And the aircraft is stopped. Notice the short turning radius here on the C-17. We're gonna line her up and we're gonna cut her loose. It's my pleasure this afternoon to describe to you today's flight demonstration by America's premier airlifter, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III, the aircraft that ensures rapid global mobility for America. The aircraft will take off performing a maximum climb angle, demonstrating its impressive power and the ability to depart an airport where enemy resistance is suspected. With a departure climb angle of just over 25 degrees nose up, the aircraft will reach over 1,500 feet before crossing the departure end of the runway on the takeoff roll, the C-17 Globemaster III. The pilots for today's demonstration are Major Nathaniel Batts, Captain Alex Darger, and Captain Sierra Kelly, along with Loadmaster Staff Sergeant Charles Palmer. Notice how quiet the C-17 is while passing show center. This gives the Globemaster a tactical advantage while flying low over hostile territory. The C-17 provides a direct delivery capability that combines the intercontinental change the shape of the C-17 wing, and they are the key to its low final approach speed, enabling the aircraft to land and stop in short distances. Flyby courtesy of the C-17. The C-17 is extremely agile at both high and low speeds, making it easy to operate in any tactical situation, including the combat deliveries. Continuously monitor the flight controls and each other. If there are any problems, they automatically work around the disabled system. In addition to these features, the C-17 still has a mechanical backup. The aircraft is now maneuvering to demonstrate a full flap approach to a simulated short field runway. From the left, the C-17. Now the crew will demonstrate the very short landing distance of the C-17 using only 1,500 feet. Demonstrating a capability limited to a very few aircraft, the ability to routinely back up under its own power. Ground maneuverability is extremely important when space is limited for off-road operations on a day-to-day basis.
Pounds of thrust, being produced by the Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine, lifting the Lightning II off a runway in an amazing 1,500 feet. Captain Kluser will then set up for her first aerobatic maneuver, the flat Cuban 8. Watch as she traces a horizontal figure 8 over the demonstration area.
Lightning 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Lightning 1, copy, cleared takeoff. Dover Airport Space. It's showtime!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand up and get your cameras ready. Freedom's Thunder. The F-35 is coming in hot.
But from me, when the time comes, we will make something I
From behind the crowd for the final pass.
Unbelievable. And of course, having a couple of P-51s flying around here didn't hurt either. They're also very cool. Let's watch the landing. Oh, Mach painted it onto the runway.